Hello and welcome back to another episode of Just Ride Bike's juicy tech news. But first, the reaction to my wild boar encounter the other day has made for fantastic reading in the comment section. I can't believe some of the hazards you guys have to deal with. Bears, alligators, snakes, and worse. I'm super impressed, but also scared for you as well. Right, tech news then. And my question of the week for you today is, how important is the name of a bike for you? The brand name and also the model name. Is it a factor when choosing a bike, or do you not care less about the name at all? I ask this question because Chapter 2 has launched a new aero bike called the Koko, and I'm wondering about the name. Do I like it or do I not like it? I'm not sure. I'd love to know what you think, so leave a comment down below. And also let me know your best and worst names, and I'll do a top 10 next week. I think it'll be fun to see what names you come up with that you love and hate. So fun and games aside, the brand new Koko is the latest aero bike from New Zealand based Chapter 2. It's a development of their previous aero bike, and really it looks even more like a time trial bike with drop handlebars than ever before, as so many top end aero bikes are starting to do these days. It is a good looking bike in my opinion, but not as radical perhaps as the Cervelo S5 or that new Rebel Ultra, and it does have a bit of a 3T strider about it. I mean, look how close the down tube and seat tube are to the tyres. So aero has clearly been a big focus of the new bike, and it's even been in the wind tunnel, and it does look fast stood still. There's full integration with a one-piece carbon handlebar, and it's claimed to be stiffer than the old bike by as much as 35% in the head tube and 13% in the head tube. So more aero and stiffer, it's a win-win. But thankfully, comfort hasn't been overlooked in the pursuit of aero and extra stiffness, and the frame offers a rather unique feature of adjustable compliance dependent on where you fit the internal seat clamp. So the seat clamp has two positions, a high or a low, and half of it has an elastomer around it. Put that elastomer at the top and you have more seat post flex, put it lower down and you have a more fixed position. It does sound like a neat and simple design, and the idea of adjusting how much comfort you want is a good one, and it does work well on a Trek Madone with the ISO-speed decoupler. There's also space for up to 32mm wide tyres, and good news press fit haters, this new bike has a T47 bottom bracket. All sound good then, but the frame isn't super light, with a claimed 1,139 grams, and the pricing is rather high, £3,649 just for the frame, available in two colours. The name Koko, by the way, means to soar or to fly, so hopefully the new bike will live up to its name, and hopefully I get a chance to find out, and I have put a request in with the company, so maybe there'll be a review here on Just Ride Bikes very soon. Now then, let's talk power meters. Power meters used to be the preserve of pros and rich people, but prices have definitely tumbled in the last decade, especially in the last few years. But you can still buy a really expensive power meter if you want one, and this is possibly the most expensive power meter in the world. A world in which the cheapest power meter these days costs you a couple of £100. So this week, Verve Cycling has launched a new power meter that costs a quite incredible £4,750 or $6,450. And you can definitely buy a decent bike for that sort of money. Why is it so expensive? Because 3D printing, that's why. A technology which is at the cutting edge of manufacturing and already seen in the bike business from saddles to dropouts, and a technology which does offer the potential to bring the price right down, but right now the price is firmly very high. This new power meter crankset has been developed in partnership with UK company Metron Additive Manufacturing. The company actually founded by Dimitri Katsanis, who was responsible for lots of Team GB striking carbon track bikes a few years ago. The aim of the 3D printing tech is to reduce the weight of the alloy crankset by using tough 6.4 titanium with a polished mirror finish. Very snazzy. The most appealing thing about the 3D manufacturing process is that excess material can be removed in a way that's difficult, expensive, or impossible with other methods of manufacturing. Another upside is customization. The company will offer different crank arm lengths from 165 up to 180. The track version is already in use by British Cycling, while a road version will use a 24mm spindle and 4 and 5 arm spider options. Despite all these impressive claims and technology, there's no mention of the actual weight of the crankset on the website, but I have emailed the company to find out the answer. 12 is a new 11 when it comes to the latest crop of high-end group sets. The big downside though to each new group set development is limited or no backwards compatibility. You can't easily upgrade, basically you have to buy a whole new group set and ditch your old one. Ratio is a company aiming to change all that and make a name for itself in the aftermarket, breathing life into old group sets again. And it's just launched a new conversion kit that turns a 2x11 SRAM group set into a 2x12 group set, which sounds fantastic. And at first it does sound brilliant. What the kit includes is a replacement ratchet for the right hand shifter and new jockey wheels compatible with Red 22, Force 22 and Rival 22. What it doesn't include though are the new 12-speed parts you need, so cassette, chain and chainrings, and you might need a new XDR driver free hub for your wheels as well. Despite this though, Ratio reckons it still offers savings of some £600 to £700 versus upgrading to a Force ETAP active group set. In today's climate, that's not to be sniffed at all, and the scarcity of new parts might make upgrading an old group set even more appealing than before. But you're still stuck with the old mechanical shifting, not the fancy new wire shifting, which I know will be a factor for many people watching this. Now, I actually have a SRAM Red 22 group set with rim brakes and 11 speed on my old Cannondale Super 6 Evo that some of you here on the channel will have seen in various videos over the last year. So I am quite tempted to give this Ratio a go and upgrade that bike to 12 speed. But the thing is, that group set works just fine as it is. So do I feel the need to upgrade to 12 speed? Not really, to be honest. Although the one big aspect of going to 12 speed with SRAM's new gearing is the ease of the gears. Bigger cassettes, smaller chainrings, so maybe it's a way to give that bike a new lease of life. At the moment it's set up as a race bike, 53.39 on the front and 11.25 on the back, so racy gears, yes, but not suiting my fitness right now. So maybe giving it an upgrade to SRAM's new 12-speed ratios might be a way to bring that bike back into life. Maybe. Let me know what you think down below. And lastly, some fresh arrivals in the Just Ride Bike studio. I have a set of the SRAM Access Blips to go with my giant TCR. There they are, tiny isn't it? Little button there. So that is pretty cool. I've got two of these. I'm gonna put them on the bike and check them out when I go to France next week and see if they give me an advantage on the climbs. And I also have a SRAM Rival power meter as well. So I'm gonna put it on my giant TCR and see how that works. This looks like an absolute bargain. I think it's £322, well that's the launch price, for a single-sided, easy installation power meter. So I'm gonna fit that on and see how it compares to those Wahoo PowerLink Zero pedals I'm currently testing. Anyway, watch out for more on those. Is there anything in the embargo box this week? It's feeling pretty light, so I'm not sure, but stay tuned as ever. And you can do that by hitting the subscribe button down below. But that's all for now. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching.